Hey guys, I have the Jeffree Star Pricked palette for you today. It is really stormy and gross outside and like just thundering and everything, so if you hear noise, that's what that is. But the packaging, I have not even opened this yet. It literally just came and I was like, I'm gonna go film a video for it. So this just has no elaborate outer packaging like they usually do. The Pink Religion one came out not that long ago and it just had like a sleeve that was shaped like a cross over it, so I think they started laying off the super elaborate outer packaging because it's kind of a waste in my opinion. But it comes off like that, and then the packaging, the palette itself is like a fake leather feeling. Looks like a little handbag almost. The back has glitter all over it, so I'm hoping that doesn't mean that there's a shade in here that's broken. But it has a little clasp right here. Super easy to open that. Okay, nothing's broken, thankfully. It opens up and has these little ribbons that kind of stops the top from flapping all the way over, which is nice. The whole top is a mirror. Well, almost the whole top there. And then these are the colors. And I'm trying to figure out how to hold this or how to position this so that you guys are going to be able to see the whole thing, because the bottom of my tripod is in the way. Okay, I think they're mostly all in the screen, so we'll do it like this. This first color, called Pale in Comparison, this is very smooth. This is like an iridescent pink. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but when the light hits it, it's got like a peachy pink sheen to it. There you go, you can see it better now that it's swatched. Then there is Fashion Whore. It has a little handbag imprinted into it, and this is like a light orange with a bunch of gold sparkle. Of course a motorcycle is gonna go by, because why wouldn't it every time I sit down to film something. That one's really pretty. Pumpkin Halloween orange color. We have Sliver of Sanity. This is a creamy feeling matte. Kind of like a, I want to say like butternut squash, but lighter, because it's not as orange as butternut squash usually is. Very pretty. So that's that first row of 3 at the top. I'll just swatch them by row. I think that'll be the easiest way to go about this. We have Cutting Edge, which is a matte pinky cream. Well, more of a peachy cream, I guess. It's not really pink toned. That's really nice and pigmented. Vitamin C Word. That's like a bright yellow orange. And then we have Unpeeled Pleasure. This is a matte pinky peach. That's a really pretty color, actually. These are definitely, ooh, that's like a bright fluorescent peach almost. God, it is pouring outside. Pulp Addiction. This looks like a shimmery peach, like a very, very pale peach. And that is the second row, all really nicely pigmented so far. When I first saw this palette, it immediately reminded me of Blood Sugar, but orange. That's the best way I can describe this. It's like the Blood Sugar palette, but oranges instead of all reds, like reds and pinks like that one was. The next row, all 4 of them are mattes. We have Mysterious Circumstances, and it's like, looks like a hand holding one of those long cigarette holder things. This is like an orangey coral. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Very happy with the pigmentation of these so far. Papaya Latex. This is like an orange papaya color. Properly named, I guess. Look at the pigment on these is awesome. That's just one swipe. And I have nothing on my hand or anything. Orange Fatale or Fatale. This looks like a really bright, this is like a nice true Halloweeny orange. So if you need, that's so nice. If you need a palette full of oranges and stuff, this is the way to go. I like that they included a black too, because those two together just scream Halloween. Twisted Taste, this has like a little eye mask imprinted on it. Also a matte. This is kind of like a dusty rose shade. It's a little bit drier than the other mattes, but still applies nicely. It's not chalky or anything. So that is that middle row. And none of those stained. I expected this one to stain because it's so bright. Nothing stained. Alright, then this row. All mattes except for this shimmer. Most of the shades in here are mattes anyway. Thorny is kind of like an orangey brown. Almost everything in here has some sort of an orange tint to it. And then Forged, that I believe has a tattoo machine imprinted on it. This is an orangey red, very bright again. I can't wait to dive in and play with this palette because these are right up my alley, these colors. Look at that craziness. And then Double Crossed has a scorpion on it. That again has the same texture as that Twisted Taste color. It's a little bit drier, but that one's like a burnt sienna type color, brownish. Light brown. It's like a light brown, but it's got a rustiness to it. And then this Unblunted is a metallic copper, and that is crazy soft and looks like it's gonna be, yep, very pigmented with one swipe. I really like that row together. Those colors all look really nice. And then the last row has 3 shadows. This is set up like, what other palette was set up like this? I think he's had a couple. I know the Alien one was kind of set up like this with the different numbers of rows. I don't know, I'm not going to look through them right now. But last row here we have Glimmer of Hope, super soft gold, very metallic. It looks wet almost, it's so shiny. It's got a very creamy texture to it. And then Slice Me Open has a knife on it. That's another one of those drier feeling mattes. It's a deep cranberry color. So you know me and my gold and cranberry combinations. I'm definitely gonna be using those together. And the last one is Deadly Intentions, and this is a black with, it looks like silver and gold shimmer in it. Maybe not. It's kind of like pink and gold. Really pretty though. I don't know how well that's picking up. Let's swatch it. Yeah, it's definitely pink and gold shimmers, and it's a nicely pigmented black. That's really pretty. Oh, this is going to be such a nice fall palette. So I really love the color story of this one. I like this a lot better than the, what was the pink one called again? Hold on, I have it right here because I've been using it actually. The Pink Religion palette. The colors in that were nice and pigmented and everything, but it's one that I can't use by itself. I have to pull other colors in order to create looks with that one, because it's too much pink for me. Put it that way. It's very, very pink. But this has a nice, I know there's a lot of orange in here, but it's also got some like cream tones, and it's got the dark cranberry color and the dark black, so it's a lot more, you're able to create a lot more diverse looks with this than just pinks. Pinks and a few purples that were in that other palette. But I really like this. It's going to be a nice fall palette. The pigmentation is awesome. These two oranges are perfect for Halloween, and they're going to be... Oh, I can't wait to start using this. I haven't used it on my eyes yet. As I said, I just got this and opened it and wanted to sit down and film the kind of first impressions and swatch video with you. So I will let you guys know in future videos how I like this, but I have a feeling this is going to be one of my new favorites, because out of all the Jeffree Star palettes I have, the Blood Sugar is definitely my favorite one and the one I use the most. This one is like Blood Sugar but orange tones instead of red, so I definitely love the look of this so far. I'm loving the color story, and hopefully this swatch video is helpful for you guys. I do want to mention, because I didn't mention it while I was doing the swatches, this is not called an eyeshadow palette, it's called an artistry palette, because on the back pretty much all of the shades in here have that little asterisk that when you go down here in really tiny print, it says, "Attention, the asterisk," what does it say, "indicates pressed pigment." It's so tiny, super tiny. Indicates pressed pigments and is not meant for use around the immediate eye area. So I just hate the companies do this all the time. They put it in really tiny print so they can get away with it in case somebody has a reaction to it around their eyes. They can say it's mentioned on the packaging to not use it around your eyes. This is always a topic of controversy when I start talking about this stuff in videos, because I mention it a lot with pressed glitters. Those always say not for use in the immediate eye area, and people like to argue about that in the comments for some reason, but it's just something I'm mentioning because if you're super sensitive, you're probably going to have a reaction to these colors. So I wanted to just mention that, because I always mention it with the ColourPop videos, because ColourPop is more, I guess, upfront about it. Their labeling on the backs of their palettes and stuff, it's always bigger on theirs than on these Jeffree Star ones, because you can see how friggin' tiny the print on this is, and this outer packaging is the only place that it says it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Take it as you will. It's just some extra information for you. So yes, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.